What's up, everybody? This your girl CC with WIB Magazine, and I got my co-host on the line, Mickey Monday. How are you today?
Doing well, C. How are you?
I'm good. Happy Tuesday.
Hey, happy Tuesday to you too.
Thank you. We got a special guest on the line. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
So my name is JO the Hitmaker. I'm a producer here in Atlanta, but I'm also like an engineer, and I do also a little bit of music consulting as well.
Okay. Well, what made you want to be a producer?
Man, that's a good question. Really just I've always loved music. I started I started trying to. I'm not a DJ, but I tried to DJ when I was like 15, and like it just because I like the music so much. And I realized, well, I really don't like DJing. I thought I would like it. And then I said, I might try to start making beats. And I just kind of fell in love with it. I didn't really know what I was doing. And then I don't know, I just bought some more equipment and just like really learned how to do it. And like, it really kind of just turned into a full-time career. I never thought it would be a career for me, but it actually became a career.
Okay. So let me ask you, what is the first thing you listen for when listening to a new record?
The first thing I listen for is really I just listen to the whole vibe of the record. Like I just gotta be able to feel it and relate to it, I guess. That's kind of what I'm looking for, like some type of relatability. And that might come from the beat, that might come from the artist, or that might come from everything, really. Like, I try to really feel music.
Okay, cool.
That's what's up. So, since you kind of been in the industry for quite some time, like, can you name some of the artists that you work with, and some of the things that you were able to accomplish in your time as being a producer?
Sure. So like I guess the biggest thing that I've been able to really accomplish is help people that never really thought they could even complete a solid record and get it out there and break it on radio. Like, I have credits, but to me, I feel like that's even more like standout, because you're taking people that people don't know, and you could actually like break them and put, and get them on radio. And y'all actually interviewed like an artist that I work super close with, Young Zoe. Like the song Yes Sirski that he got that been on Hot 107.9, like that's my record.
Okay.
So I put, we put that out there. I work with Joe Gifted. I work with Juicy Fruit out of Memphis. I worked with YF and Lucci. I'm tapped in with a local artist out here. Well, I say she's not gonna be local for long. Her name China Red. She real hard. Okay. I'm starting to work with her. She real cold. But really I work with, and then I just with a bunch of like underground indie artists, but that's just kind of how my bills get paid. Like working with them. The indie artists.
Gotcha.
Okay. Pretty much, I was just saying, being an artist, being in artist development, what are some things that you lean towards when helping an artist, especially being a producer, because you have to help develop their sound as well. So what are some things that, you kind of already have in your mind that like a set list of things that you go through when you start working with an artist?
Really just trying to make sure, like my main focus with the artists is that obviously if they locked in with me, they kind of know what we're going to do. And I tell everybody, especially in Atlanta, the cheapest way, or the most affordable, whatever word you like better, to go up and to really make something shake is to go up in the club and to link and network with a DJ. Because you can't build relationships on YouTube. I mean, you can, but it's real hard when you're trying to push a video on YouTube, if that's the way that you're going to push your song. I mean, if you have a big budget, you can do a lot of things. But when your budget is less than $5,000 or less than $10,000, whether you want to, people say, oh, that's a lot of money, but it's really not when you really get down to it. And that's kind of what I do I don't just work with the beats and the engineering. I also work on the financial side. And so to answer your question, I tell them, look, with a limited budget, your best shot is the club. So we're going to work on a record that's going to be suitable for the club. And a lot of people get offended. They're like, well, this song can't go in the club, and it's like, well, I have to remind the people, listen to listen to what they're playing in the club. They're playing Megan Thee Stallion. They're playing Baby. They're playing The Baby. They're playing artists like that. And if you can't hear your own record in the mix with all them, and it's not going to bring the vibe down, then it can go in the club. But 9 times out of 10, it ain't going to fit. So I got to create a record that can fit in with what's going on right now, especially here in Atlanta. Because the strip club DJs is the new A&R.
Okay. Look, you schooling me over here.
What's up?
I said, you schooling me over here. I ain't know that.
Oh, school. Yeah. I mean, if you look at just for example, like Coalition in Atlanta, like they got so many plaques, like DJ Cash, that's somebody we do some business with. DJ Cash, he got plaques. These are the people breaking the records. Before the record labels want to come in and jump in and spend their money and invest, they want to make sure that the record is hot. And sometimes when you're old, like a 50, 60, 70-year-old record executive, you don't know what's going on in the street. So you got to rely on these DJs here.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
So that's what we're doing.
So just naming the artists that you named. I'm assuming that they're more into like trap, hip hop, or like what's more played on the radio, not necessarily like more conscious rap, I would say. So if you had the opportunity to work with anybody in the industry, who would you pick and why?
Really, just I guess Baby.
Okay.
He's just a really well-rounded, versatile artist.
You said The Baby or
Lil Baby?
A little bit.
Lil Baby.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I call him Baby, but I mean, to me, he just the hardest person out right now. I don't feel like nobody's touching him. In my opinion, and like just how you see, like he did, like a record like Bigger Picture, but then he could do other stuff too. Like he dropped them 2 singles on his birthday, and then he did like Emotionally Scarred. He's really just starting to come out as an artist and like show how versatile he is. But aside from him, I'll probably say Drake.
Okay.
Because again, he like a well-rounded artist. And I'm versatile as a producer. So I just want to be able to show some of my versatility.
Okay. So are you working on anything for 2021? Or what are your goals for 2021?
2021, I'm trying to get me a couple plaques. I'm working on a lot of stuff. Right now I'm working with like I'm working with my artist Zoe. That's big right now for me. I'm also trying to get some placements going too. I've sent off a lot of placements. Recently, the other day, like about a week or 2 ago, I was in the studio with Ben, and I let him hear like 4 records. I don't know what they're gonna pick yet or anything like that, but I might have something going with him. I sent some records off to Derez Deshawn, but even then, like with placements, I just send them off, and you hope for the best. But like the artists that I'm working with currently that have budgets, like I'm also working with forgot to mention Trey Bills. Yeah. He a big YouTube star. We got a couple records with him.
Yeah, we did an interview on him too.
Mm-hmm.
He hard. His dad is actually my manager. But yeah, I'm working on some stuff with him, and he's got all kind of stuff going on. Like him and his artist, he got another artist that he works named Tokyo, and I've been working with the both of them, and they got a lot of stuff going on right now. He's also doing YouTube, TikTok. He's just got verified on TikTok, and now he's trying to push. Well, not trying. He's gonna push out like an EP, and it's probably gonna hit next year. And there's some companies in California really looking at him hard. And the record that he's pushing is the single that me and Young Zoe did.
Okay. Well, congratulations.
Oh yeah, I'm just keeping my fingers crossed because, you know, I don't count it till it hits.
Gotcha.
So what would you say would be your favorite album of the year? Because I know you mentioned Lil Baby, and he did, you know, he put out a good album overall, I would say, in the hip hop category, amongst his peers. But you personally, just because you said you have such a diverse background when it comes to music, who do you think had the best album of the year?
Man, like as a whole, like as far as the whole project, I mean, really, like, Baby, like, I mean, yeah, like, Baby probably definitely had, like, he had one of the few projects that I could just listen to the whole thing. You know, there's a lot of people's songs that I like this year, but as far as a complete project, definitely him. I mean, Drake's project was pretty cool to me that he did the Dark Lane something. That dark tempo shit.
Yeah.
I don't know the name, but everybody,
Dark Lane Demos or something.
Dark Lane Demo or some shit. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool, but it was just a little different for Drake. So but I feel like Baby gave the people what they wanted. You know, he gave, and then especially with that deluxe that he dropped. I mean, I feel like I could listen to that thing from start to finish. And there's not a lot of artists that I feel like I can listen just to the whole project.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
So just kind of on that same page, I guess, because, you know, we're on this topic of conversation. How do you feel with Lil Baby being beat out or being overshadowed by Meg Thee Stallion, especially at the BET Hip Hop Awards? I mean, that was something that people were talking about for at least a couple of days, almost a week, if you will. But just to see the passion and the hard work in Lil Baby, but then also to see somebody like Meg, who did have a good year this year, despite the things happening with her and Tory Lanez in California and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Aside from all of that, I mean, she did have a really good year. So what's your takeaway from that whole situation?
I mean, you know, that show is really just catered to everybody. And, you know, when not saying that Baby couldn't be one of them artists that could like do the Super Bowl or something like that. But when you look at Megan, yeah, she a hip hop artist, but you know, you kind of see her more as like, kind of as the new Nicki Minaj or something like that. You know, like she's like, she could even be kind of classified, even though it's hip hop what she's doing, it's almost could be kind of pop too. Like in that sense, where Lil Baby, he, you know, as far as in Atlanta, you ain't gonna hear nobody say nothing bad about Baby. Like he's the GOAT. Like if they did that BET award and it was for Atlanta, that would have never happened in Atlanta. But you know, maybe as far as on a United States level, Megan might have been the people that she might have been the artist that everybody wanted to see. So there's a lot of politics that goes into that. Like, I mean, I like Megan. I think she's cool. I mean, I respect everything she's done. I would even like to work with her, but I don't think she's, I don't think she's Baby at all. But you know, just because of she's Baby's marketable, but she's marketable in a way that sometimes, female artists can be marketable in a way that sometimes males can't be.
Absolutely.
And that's not saying that it's not fair. It just is what it is, Right. That's why I love to work with female artists too, because sometimes a female artist can open doors. Like I've had female artists open doors to me that just by working with them that I could have never even got to.
Gotcha.
So, sometimes they can do, they can do that. So, don't sleep on female artists. Like that's because
That's true. That's true. But
Yeah,
it's new
I'm with you on
genre.
that.
Exactly. So what do you think is missing in today's music?
I don't know. Wow, that's a great question. Missing? Wow. Give me a second. That was a good question. That took me off guard. Um, I would just say like a little bit more like that soul, like not in trap music, because trap music to me is, I feel like, complete. Like we're at a level that we ain't never been at. But I would say as far as like just the music in general, be like an R&B. There's really no male. Like there needs to be like another Usher or like somebody that's like real dominant, like in that male R&B role. Like we don't really like. I mean, I know Jacquees tried to give himself the name King of R&B, and I like Jacquees. He dope, but I don't think he'll ever be like what. Like we need like another Chris Brown, like a new generation Chris Brown or a new generation Usher to come out. I feel like there's like a lead male role in R&B kind of like.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
Wow. So just just kind of looking overall at the state of music. I mean, how do you see the music industry going within the next couple of years?
Man, I feel like from a business standpoint, the music industry itself, the labels are in trouble. Like, and it's really going sub-label. And like QC proved that, because like QC's a label, but at the same time, it's kind of independently owned by two people, and it's underneath Capitol Motown, so it's technically a sub-label. But like record labels like Atlantic and like Universal, like they might be in a little trouble, because now if somebody has their own money or their own investor, they could become their own label. And and right now with like digital distribution, like DistroKid, United Masters, TuneCore, and anybody now like a studio is really, I mean, you can get, with $50,000, you can put a hell of a studio together. Like you don't need $2 million no more. So really, the labels really got to figure out where their role is in the industry, because you can pretty much, an artist, if they had a budget, could independently make money and produce and release music from start to finish without even needing a label. And the labels kind of did it to themselves because of the internet, because they got lazy. They don't want to do development no more, and they don't want to take risks, which I get that. In business, anytime you can minimize the risk is a good thing. But they did it to the point where it kind of shot themselves in the foot. Because now it's like, oh, I'm not going to touch this person unless they have a 500,000 platform blue check social. Well, shit, the person with the 500,000 says, well, shit, unless they're going to cough up 5 million, I don't need them, because shit, I could already make enough money. I'm not desperate. The people that are desperate that need the label are the people at the bottom that aren't making money on their music, but they got the talent. The people with the social, they're just pretty much sticking middle fingers up to the label. And it got to make sense in order for them to sign. So they kind of put themselves in a bad position.
Okay. Dropping Drews?
A little bit. A bit. Yeah.
Oh. Mickey Birthday, you got any other questions?
Honestly, no. I mean, that was it. Like, like you say, he was dropping jewels. He said some pretty, pretty remarkable things, and a lot of stuff that you said, I'm just like, yeah, I agree with you. I feel, I'm right there with you on this. So
Well, that was dope. I was looking for your feedback, but I know it was like a fire all at me out. But I was like, I wonder what they think. I was like, I wonder what their take is. But I'm sure we'd be here all day if
yeah,
had on that.
yeah.
But
Yeah, I wanted Mickey to give me his take on it because he's a rapper himself, so he's in the music industry, so I know he knows more about it too.
Oh yeah, I mean honestly, just to give you a little, just my 2 cents. You know, being a part of this game is difficult because you see so many things happening, and so many avenues it takes, so many ways to go about getting your music out there. So when it really comes down to it, you just really have to you really have to set a plan and stick to it. And then also with trial and error, you have to learn how to tweak and tune things as you go along. So I mean, no matter what part of this, no matter what part of the game or what stage of the game you're in, you're always learning and making mistakes. So, you know, as long as you have a solid team behind you, I think that's what's really important because, you know, I've seen too many artists get single deals and go out and get signed by a label, do a single, it doesn't do well, and now they back at square one again. And not only are they back at square one again, but then they also owe the label too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a three-headed dog, man. You just kind of just have to attack one at a time. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't. There's not much you can do when it comes to record labels. That's why I think independent is the route. But I feel like there's a certain point where, you know, you should have some sort of machine behind you, because you can't do everything by yourself. Even if you have a team, you're independent, there's still some things you just can't do unless you're that good. Like, the only person that comes to mind like that is Chance the Rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Completely independent, and was able to get Apple Music to sponsor his mixtape and make it an album. He was able to do songs with Beyonce and Kanye, and still not signed. I mean, I think he has distribution through a record label, but he's not signed with them. So, you know,
Yeah, he owns all his own masters for sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Jo, can you give us some words of advice to someone that want to be a producer or engineer?
Well, I guess for somebody that wants to be a producer, I'll say, you know, don't do what I did in the beginning. Don't chase placements. Build an artist. Because when I learned how the record industry worked, I was taking things personal that wasn't personal. And when I learned how this business works, I learned that, you know, you could send out records to your favorite rapper, and even if you got the hardest records out there, because of these NDAs that people sign and all this red tape, sometimes you're not just going to be able to work with who you want to work with. So you got to build an artist. And when you build that artist, make sure they got a budget. And you don't need a label. You just need a little bit of money and a machine behind you. And let that artist, when that artist goes up, then you go up with that artist. You know, that's the best advice. Like, build an artist, invest your time in somebody that believes in you, you know? Kind of how like Gucci and Zaytoven, how Gucci believed in Zay and Zay believed in Gucci. Like, I heard his story, like, real quick. Like, Gucci was in the studio and Zay was there. This is back like after the So Icy record and all that. And like Timberland was in the studio with beats and stuff. And he wanted to know if Gucci wanted beats. And Gucci told him, man, I already got the best producer in the world. And that's when Timberland was on that crazy run, like doing all them number ones. Like he felt like Zaytoven was better than Timberland. And that's what you need to find with an artist.
Okay.
And yeah, sure.
Yes. Well, we got 2 trivia questions for you that we do. You
Okay.
ready?
I'm ready. Right away.
They basic questions.
Okay.
So mine is, wait a minute. So mine is, what was cool when you was young, but isn't cool anymore?
Oh no.
It could be anything.
Anything
Anything that was cool when you was young, but isn't cool now.
For me, I think it was smoking cigarettes. That used to be cool. But I don't smoke now. I don't smoke cigarettes. I thought that was cool when I was 12, 13, but shit, I ain't cool now.
I thought you were gonna say something like, you know, cassettes or something with the music. He said cigarettes.
musically. I just thought, you know, just meaning anything. But
yeah, it can be.
Right.
It can be.
My bad.
So it's all
Oh no,
good.
you good.
It's all good. My trivia question is, what music artist would you be embarrassed to admit that you listen to?
I don't really. I guess if I did listen to 6ix9ine, that would be one, but I don't listen to him. I don't know. My playlist is cool. I don't know. I'm not embarrassed to any of the artists. Maybe the artists that sent me their trash and then told me it was dope. I had to listen to it one time.
Wow.
They swore
that's real.
fire. I don't know.
Nah, that's real, man.
Okay. No pop artists, none of them, huh?
Well, no, I mean, like, you know, I listen to Beyonce and stuff like that. I'm just not embarrassed about it. Like, you know, I feel like it's dope in the right, you know. I just go off vibe. Sometimes it calls for a certain vibe, you know. Like, I even listen to Christmas music right now. I'm not embarrassed about that. I don't really embarrassed. That's why. Maybe I should be embarrassed, but I'm not.
You said be it's the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't listen to it all year round, but you know, Christmas time, I'll turn the Christmas music on. Like, I listen to everything though, like from like Marvin Gaye to Al Green to R&B, like new R&B to trap to even like J. Cole, everything. I listen to everything.
Okay. But before we get off, tell everybody where they can follow you.
They can follow me on Instagram at JO _ the Hitmaker. THEHITMAKER. And if they send me a DM and they want to work or something like that, I always respond. I'm not Hollywood at all. Like, people can tap in, they can pull up on me. I got a studio here in Clayton County. They can pull up on me.
I'm gonna pull up on you. What you got for me? I'm gonna pull up.
Come on, pull up. Pull up. We ain't scared. Pull up.
But I want to say thanks for interviewing with us today. Continue on your grind. You know, be the best producer you could be, engineer you could be. And, you know, I look forward to seeing some more stuff you're going to do for 2021.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure to be on here. And I'll send y'all records. I got all y'all information. So everything I do, I'm going to send y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it.
Okay, yeah, for sure. And then, you know, just to kind of reiterate what CC said, excuse me. Yeah, thank you for being a part of this experience. You know, really dope cat, man. I like your vibe, man. I want to hear some of your. I heard the Yasirski when we interviewed Young Zoe, but I want to hear some more of your music. So I'm about to look you up and see what else you got in the catalog. And then, you know, when you get some of your plaques, you can come back and then we could talk some more about, you know, just music and stuff. Just kick it.
For sure, man. I appreciate y'all having me on the platform, man. It's been dope, man. I really enjoyed it. Y'all got some good questions, some stuff I didn't expect to be asked. Y'all come some out-of-pocket questions. I guess I gotta be ready. Y'all preparing me for more interviews because I was some of that stuff.
I already told you what you need to do already, so.
Oh yeah, I need a bio. I know it.
Yes.
You can call me out. I know. I'm not embarrassed.
See, I didn't say what you had to do. You know, you had to come and tell everybody else. But
I'm not. Yeah, I just don't like talking about. Like, I don't like bragging on myself. I'm gonna let somebody else write it for me.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. But it's still put yourself out there. You know, accept your accomplishment. You work hard for what you do. So.
Thanks. I appreciate
it. At the end of the day, it's hard work. So if you want to tell your story and you want to brag about what you do, you deserve it. Thank
you. I appreciate it.
And I brag for you. Yes, I will.
I appreciate that.
All right. Well, you have a blessed day. Happy Tuesday.
Y'all do the same. God bless y'all. Thank you.
Thank you. Bless you too.